Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, a Lincoln man is identified as the person killed in a crash near Seward.
Plus, the latest details after a pedestrian was hit by a vehicle in West Lincoln last night. But first,
folks, that's what we have to do now. We have to remember that our primary goal is to beat the Democrats in November.
Well, the 2022 primary elections are now in the books. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. Tonight, a recap of what happened and how candidates are now preparing for November.
We begin with the race for governor. On the Republican side, Jim Pillen coming out on top, followed by Charles Herbster and Brett Lindstrom. Here's Pillen last night during his acceptance speech.
I've cried way too much, and I'm still the toughest son of a gun anyway.
Pillen says they look forward to November and will continue to try and gain support from Republicans and other Nebraskans.
Pillen will take on Democrat Senator Carol Blood. She was declared a winner early last night.
She won with a huge margin over Democratic challenger Roy Harris. We also heard from Blood after she was declared the winner.
As you can see in the background, we are super excited that we are moving on to the general election. We know that we have a plan and we know how to work that plan. We came out of the gate telling folks that we're going to change Nebraska for the better because everybody deserves a seat at the table, and we don't care who you are, where you live, what you look like, or how you identify. We are going to make Nebraska better for everybody in this state.
Again, Carol Blood will be the Democratic challenger for Nebraska governor in the November election. The other big race, the 1st District congressional seat, once held by Jeff Fortenberry. On the Republican side, Mike Flood with an easy win, gathering 74% of the vote.
On the Democratic side, Patty Panzine-Brooks gets the big nod with 87%. We're going to hear from her in just a moment. But first, today, Republicans filled the room at the Nebraska GOP headquarters here in Lincoln.
They wanted to offer applause for those who won and look ahead for what's next. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez joins us from outside the GOP headquarters with what was talked about today. Ariana?
Yes, Rod and Megan, many Republican candidates kind of doing a victory lap this morning, but now saying it's time to come together as one party and prepare for the next fight, which will be the special elections on June 28th.
June 28th is a pivotal date. That's the day we decide who's going to represent us in Congress. That date is one that we need your help marking on the calendar to get everybody out, because there are two candidates in this race with two very different visions for the future of America.
Senator Mike Flood will be going up against his colleague, Senator Patty Panzine-Brooks, for the 1st congressional district seat.
And I tell you what is really important for Nebraska is in the next 49 days, we all come together and work like crazy to get Mike Flood into the United States.
Flood says change is needed, saying Democratic leaders in our country are to blame for inflation, among other things, and says he wants to do what he can to help not only Nebraskans, but all Americans.
People are worried about inflation. They're worried about cost of living. The gas is, just raised 6 cents overnight. Diesel's over $5 a gallon. You can't get baby formula. There's a lot of issues out there that are related to the Biden-Pelosi agenda, and people want to see a change, and I think that resonates, and you saw that in the vote.
Senator Flood has been in the Nebraska legislature for about a decade, but if he takes the seat in Congress, he will be spending a lot more time in Washington, D.C.
I think it's important to stay connected to your constituents. The longer you live in Washington, the less connected you are. And so for me, it's going to be weekends and parades and barbecues and just getting back out into the communities to make sure people see me and that I'm a good listener.
Governor Pete Ricketts very enthusiastic about Jim Pillen's victory last night.
The 41st governor, future 41st governor of the state of Nebraska, Jim Pillen.
Pillen knows the first round is over. Now he is focused on the Republican Party coming together on November 8th.
I will work very, very hard to earn the rest of the Republicans' vote, eyeball to eyeball, handshake to handshake across the state. With all your help, we can come together and focus on what's really important for the future of our state.
Now, just to give a little recap of some big upcoming dates that we have left this year. First is the June 28th special elections, where we will be voting for who will take the seat of Jeff Fortenberry in his congressional district for temporary until the November elections, until either Flood or Pansing Brooks will take that seat officially. Now reporting live in Lincoln, Ariana Martinez, Channel 8 News.
Ariana, thank you very much for that live report. And we did speak with Democratic winner Patty Pansing Brooks about winning the primary yesterday.
She is looking ahead to the general election in November, but also the special election we've been talking about coming up in June.
What we saw yesterday was I got the highest margin that any Democrat has gotten in decades, and so next we need to move forward. We're focused on in the long term on the general election, but right now we're geared up and ready to make a difference for the special election. So we're very excited. We think people understand it's time for a change, and I'm ready to be that change.
And once again, the special election coming up on June 28th. Other news now, we have new details on a fatal crash that happened in Seward County that we first told you about yesterday.
29-year-old Bo Connolly of Lincoln was pronounced dead at the scene of the crash. It happened around 8 a.m. yesterday on Highway 34 near 210th Street. The sheriff's office says Connolly was traveling west when he crossed the center line, colliding head-on with an eastbound semi. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The crash is being investigated by the sheriff's office and the Nebraska State Patrol. Part of West O Street was closed here in Lincoln for hours last night.
Police say a vehicle hit a 29-year-old woman. It happened near Northwest 20th and O Streets. Police tell us the woman suffered life-threatening injuries. She was a pedestrian. What does it say? The vehicle was going through a green light when the woman was hit. Police are still investigating, but they say alcohol and drugs were not involved. An apartment fire in North Lincoln this morning claimed the life of a dog.
One person was also injured, and authorities say it could have been much worse. It happened around 3:30 a.m. on Layton Avenue, right near Nebraska Westland's campus. The person injured was taken to the hospital. LFR was able to save another dog. Crews contained the blaze to one of the 4 apartments at the 2-story home. No word on what caused the fire, and the damage is estimated around $22,000. In much lighter news now, a new community garden is taking shape in Northeast Lincoln.
Students from Northeast High's English Language Learners class were putting it together at the school today. There they go. Students along with Civic Nebraska and the Kiwanis Club of Lincoln were out in the heat today. The students wanted to develop this garden after reading a story called Seed Folks. The students come from different countries and wanted to bring some of their former home here and share their culture with the community.
The students really talked a lot about how their families had gardens in their countries, and now they don't always have opportunities to have gardens. So this is really an opportunity for the students to bring in their culture. It's an opportunity for families to get engaged in Northeast. It's an opportunity for Northeast Lincoln to learn about our families and our students, and for them to be part of a bigger part of the community.
They're planning on planting several different fruits and vegetables, many of which they remember from their home countries. They're also planting a pollinator garden, so good for them. And speaking of growing things,
Denton is hosting a farmer's market for the first time in over a decade. Channel 8's Elena Verdine tells us more about this new take on a farmer's market.
About 10 or 15 years ago, Denton had a farmer's market down at the park, and it didn't last very long.
It's been a while since Denton has been home to a market, and the locals are excited to welcome anyone and everyone.
The support from the community has been insane. People are like, there's never been so many people in Denton, you know, like so much excitement going on.
That excitement has been building online with over 1,000 responses from people all over the state.
And I mean, I think the Facebook event has 1.2K responses right now, and I'm like, what just happened?
Featuring 15 vendors, food trucks, performers, artists, and even more, there is sure to be something for everyone to enjoy.
It's kind of a resurgence and kind of a whole new take on a farmer's market too. I mean, obviously there's some of the traditional stuff, but we also have, you know, some stuff that's a little different, a little out there, and I think that's going to be really well received.
At the end of the day, the goal is to showcase local talent and enjoy the communities that make Nebraska unique.
I'm not saying that this belongs at a farmer's market or this doesn't. I'm saying just this is what it is. Let's do it. But I hope we can expand, and I hope we can reach more people and encourage more people to make their own little markets in their own little villages.
The market will run Wednesdays from today until August 31st from 4 until 7.
It's also family and dog friendly, so you'll be able to, well, bring the whole gang with you. And it sounds like the weather should cooperate for people to be out and about and looking at all the different goods there, Malcolm.
Yeah, a little bit toasty. You want to wear the short sleeves and shorts, that's for sure. But at least we have a little bit of a breeze. Actually, it's quite breezy across southeast Nebraska today. Let's take a live look over our Groundworks camera outside the station. You can see the trees blowing in the wind there. Talking about sustained winds right now. Out of the south, about 26 miles per hour. In fact, I've seen some gusts pushing 40 miles per hour. So, yeah, at least we got the breeze to help with the heat. Here's our temperature stand right now. Upper 80s to low 90s right now. The highest I have seen in the capital city so far today is 93 degrees. It is 95 degrees in Wahoo and Omaha at this moment, 91 in Falls City, 89 in Grand Island, 88 in Hastings. Statewide, we are very warm. Check out McCook. They're the warm spot on the map, sitting at 99 degrees. Satellite and radar imagery shows some high clouds right now, but you'll notice some echo off to the west on radar imagery. We expected isolated showers and thunderstorms to be in the forecast, and it was kind of random wherever they pop up on days like today. And they did so off towards the west, moving through communities like St. Paul and Cedar Rapids. But Lincoln remain dry and will likely remain dry for much of the evening hours. Windy, though, 92 degrees by 6 o'clock, 88. By 8 o'clock, still maintaining mostly clear skies, but we have a much better chance to see storms tomorrow, and some could be on the stronger side. We'll have the details coming up in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
All right, thank you very much, Malcolm. Let's take a look at national news now. A key vote to protect access to abortion fails in the U.S. Senate.
One Democrat, Joe Manchin, crossed the aisle to join Republicans to block the move to begin debate on the Women's Health Protection Act. ABC's Faith Boubé is in Washington with the latest.
It's back to the drawing board for congressional Democrats trying to find a legislative path to protect abortion rights under federal law.
The motion is not agreed to.
The vote to advance the Women's Health Protection Act failing in the Senate as expected. But Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer arguing the vote was important in light of that bombshell leaked draft Supreme Court opinion written by Justice Alito suggesting federal abortion rights could soon be overturned.
For the first time in 50 years, a conservative majority, an extreme majority on the Supreme Court is on the brink of declaring that women do not have freedom over their own bodies.
The Women's Health Protection Act would protect access to abortion under federal law and state restrictions and limitations like mandatory ultrasounds and waiting periods, and would give healthcare providers the right to provide abortion care. Senate Democrats say they're open to ending the 60-vote threshold needed to pass the bill, but don't have enough support. Republican Senators Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, who support some abortion rights, voting against the bill, saying it's more broad than Roe versus Wade itself. Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell, who recently floated the idea of a national abortion ban, blasting the Women's Health Protection Act.
Democrats' bill would functionally allow elective abortion through all 9 months, abortion until the moment of birth.
Overnight, more protests.
Keep abortion safe and legal.
Dozens of demonstrators on both sides chanting outside the U.S. Supreme Court.
Abortion is murder.
Democrats say if the legislative path to pass a federal abortion rights law doesn't work, they're going to let voters decide. And in the wake of the Supreme Court's leaked draft opinion, a new poll now shows a majority of Americans, 52%, disapprove of the job the court is doing. Other polls have shown most Americans do not support overturning Roe. In Washington, Faith Boubé, ABC News.
Still to come on the News Tonight, exclusive video showing a high-speed chase in Indiana after an 11-day manhunt for a fugitive couple.
That and your full forecast after the break.
Bags are packed, are you ready?
Solutions for every field.
Now to exclusive new video of the final chase and capture of that fugitive couple after 11 days on the run.
The escaped prisoner taken into custody after officials say the former corrections officer took her own life. ABC's Raina Roy has the latest.
Exclusive video obtained by ABC News shows a high-speed chase through Evansville, Indiana. Suspected murderer Casey White and corrections officer Vicky White inside this gray Cadillac. The 11-day nationwide manhunt coming to an end after police say Vicky helped Casey escape this Alabama jailhouse. A newly released 911 call revealing their panic as U.S. Marshals closed in on them.
Get out, run.
Officials believe a phone in the car accidentally dialed emergency services. Moments later, Casey taken into custody. Police say Vicky shot herself, dying from her injuries. Police believe the two were romantically involved for about 2 years. Casey is seen in handcuffs once again and back in Alabama where this all began, now facing even more charges, this time escape in the first degree.
Right now he's on the way to prison. I got every confidence he won't get away again.
Authorities say the pair had an arsenal of weapons inside their vehicle.
Members of the U.S. Task Force basically rammed the vehicle, pushed it into a ditch, and we later found out had they not done that, the fugitive was going to engage in a shootout with law enforcement.
Investigators also discovered wigs Vicky used to disguise herself, camping and survival gear, and $29,000 in cash believed to be part of the $90,000 Vicky withdrew leading up to the escape. It's still unclear what exactly the pair did during those 11 days they were missing. Authorities looking into whether Casey White could face additional charges. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron.
Well, 3 ways to describe the weather today. Windy, hot, and humid. If we're lucky, we'll see the Southeast Community College camera shake in the wind there. It doesn't look like we're getting all too lucky right this second. Some high clouds looking off in the distance. I can assure you it is gusty outside. The latest observation out of Lincoln Airport out of the south, upwards of 39 miles per hour, so 38 miles per hour in Wahoo, but I'd say most locations on the map are pushing right around 30 miles per hour. But either way, still gusty. That breeze is helping with the heat. 92 degrees right now in the capital city, 95 in Wahoo, 92 in Columbus. A few upper 80s on the map. It's 89 in Grand Island, 88 degrees in York. Here's a look at the dew point value. You see a lot of green on the map. We see dew points in the upper 50s to low 60s, maybe even a couple middle to upper 60s in the far southeast corner of the state. But this is humidity that you will notice. It is slightly uncomfortable when you couple this with the 90-degree temperatures. So yeah, wear the short sleeves and shorts this evening if you're heading outside. Satellite and radar imagery is dry across southeast Nebraska. We did expect a couple isolated showers and thunderstorms. They did develop, I'd say, to the east of the Tri-Cities, or just to the northeast of the Tri-Cities, I should say. And they have now lifted off to the northeast, but the new area to watch is in the southwest corner of the state. You can see a few thunderstorms firing in northwest Kansas. I think out towards Red Willow, maybe even Furnace counties, we could see some storm development in the next couple of hours as you see these popcorn-shaped clouds. Those are fair weather cumulus clouds, at least right now. Stormcast 6 o'clock tonight. You'll see some of those echoes here on Stormcast. They'll lift into the southwest corner of the state. We could see a few isolated thunderstorms this evening out towards the Tri-Cities. And I think our overnight cloud cover forecast is going to depend on whether or not these storms develop. This model does show those storms developing, and in their wake, they leave behind some clouds with them. So we'll go mostly clear to partly cloudy for the overnight hours, as we may have some remnant upper level clouds from those thunderstorms out west. I do expect Lincoln to stay dry this evening. We will have a storm system approaching tomorrow, so I do keep clouds in the forecast. And then, we got some trouble brewing off towards the west. A line of thunderstorms developing tomorrow afternoon and early evening out towards the Tri-Cities, turning into a line of thunderstorms. This could be on the strong to severe side. We'll talk more about that in just a moment, but notice all the reds here. That's heavy precipitation. We're continuing to see a lot of reds going into the evening hours. This will continue to push eastward. For the Tri-Cities, I'd say anywhere from 4 o'clock and beyond, that line of thunderstorms is possible in your location, but I've seen models go as early as 9 o'clock for Lincoln. So we'll start that window for thunderstorm activity in the capital city, I'd say 8 o'clock onwards. Some models models want to push this in the capital city in the overnight hours. This one is one of those models showing this arriving shortly after midnight. Either way, I think this storm will arrive later in the evening for Lincoln. We've lost daytime heating effects by then, so I think the severe weather potential is lower in Lincoln. The better chance will be out to the west, but we can't rule out a couple isolated severe weather reports for the capital city. Storm Prediction Center painting us under a slight risk for severe weather. As far as what concerns we are dealing with, I think damaging winds is the biggest concern. Maybe a couple isolated large hail reports, tornadoes and flooding a bit on the lower side for your threats. 70 degrees tonight, a few clouds. That's an above average low temperature. We are warm again for your Thursday, 94 degrees. And I think in Lincoln, the majority of the day is going to be dry. It's just we got those evening thunderstorms in the forecast. But behind those thunderstorms, we have a cooler air mass starting to arrive into the area. 82 degrees on Friday, keeping things in the upper 70s to low 80s for the weekend. A couple spotty showers possible late Saturday and into early Sunday. But other than that, the weekend does not look like a total loss.
I am ready for those cooler temperatures to return here, and I think our air conditioning units here at the station are ready for some cooler temperatures as well.
Yeah.
So, all right, thank you, Malcolm. Another down day on Wall Street. The Dow falling 327 points. NASDAQ is down 374. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, after the powerful testimonies,
get to the bottom of
Well, folks, it's warm, humid, and breezy this evening. Still in the 90s by 6 o'clock, upper 80s by 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's going to be a very warm evening. And if you don't like the heat, well, that's too bad because we have more of it on the way. Tomorrow, 94 degrees the high there, a few degrees shy of our record high of 97 degrees. Still going to be a humid one tomorrow as well.
Oh, that's too bad.
Too bad.
All right. Thank you, Malcolm, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is up next. We'll see you at 6.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
The Jalapeno Popper Frenchie, creamy and crunchy in each delicious bite. Enjoy this bold new taste or the timeless original, Frenchies at Amigo's King's Classic.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Whirlpool baths are known to increase circulation, soothe sore muscles, and improve mobility. The Dream Spa fits into your existing bath area and comes standard with a waterfall spigot, heated seat and back, handheld shower wand, and a wide swing outdoor. Don't overpay for celebrity-endorsed spas. Join thousands of satisfied customers by calling